Alabamians who work overtime will be getting a tax break in the new year.
Jordan Smith in for John Holder tonight in the Weather Center. Going to be a little bit colder tomorrow and maybe a little bit toward the end of the week. We'll talk about that coming up in weather in just a few moments.
Coming up in sports, it's 2024, which means there's a lot of new beginnings, but it's still currently basketball season and wrestling season. We have the preview of the games and duels for the day ahead. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
Starting this week, hourly workers in Alabama won't pay any state taxes on money they earn for working more than 40 hours a week. The Alabama Policy Institute, which supported legislation last year exempting those earnings, says the new law will remain in effect through June 30th, 2025. Alabama is now the only U.S. state to repeal the income tax on overtime pay, although 9 states, including Texas, Florida, and Tennessee, already collect no state income tax. Alabama has no minimum wage law, so the national requirement of $7.25 per hour applies. Any employee who works more than 40 hours over a 7-day period must receive at least 1.5 times their regular pay for those hours. In Alabama, that means a minimum of $10.87 per hour for overtime wages.
Under the new law, that additional income will face no state taxes, so Alabamians will take home more of what they earn. Sponsors of the bill estimate that an hourly employee making $15 who works 5 overtime hours per week would see their biweekly pay rise by approximately $111. Over the course of a year, that's almost $2,900 in additional untaxed income. Supporters of the tax exemption say it will benefit employers looking for more workers at a time when Alabama is undergoing a most severe labor shortage. That means the state has only 45 available employees for every 100 job openings. Alabama ranks 43rd among states in terms of labor shortage severity.
When we come back, local bikers get a big Christmas gift this year.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Former State Senator Del Marsh of Anniston and his wife Ginger have given the Northeast Alabama Bicycle Association its headquarters building on West 10th Street. The Marshes, who have been leasing the building to the club for the past 7 years, gave the 113-year-old structure to the club when the most recent lease expired. Any ABA members who share their building with the Anniston Runners Club plan to hold a ceremony to cut a ribbon and celebrate later this month.
State troopers are continuing to investigate a 3-vehicle accident last week in Lincoln that killed a Ragland woman. Officials say the wreck took place around 11:15 Friday morning on US 77 near Rushing Springs Road. The victim has been identified as 43-year-old Lori Labor Davenport, who was the driver of one of the vehicles involved. Investigators say Davenport's car was hit from behind by a trooper patrol car, pushing it into a dump truck. Davenport, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was thrown from the car. She was taken to a Talladega hospital where she died of her injuries. When we return, Anniston is providing a warm place for its homeless population on these cold nights.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction, within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
2024 got off to a cold start this week, and even lower temperatures are forecast for the days ahead. The city of Anniston has opened its warming shelter for the homeless and will keep it running at least until Friday, when nighttime temperatures are expected to rise above 36 degrees. Volunteers are invited to help with the meals for breakfast and dinner each day. To sign up to assist, you may visit the Bridge Warming Station Facebook group or contact United Way of East Central Alabama's Kyle Bryan at kbryan@uweca.org. The Bridge Warming Station is a joint effort by the City of Anniston, First United Methodist Church of Anniston, Interfaith Ministries of Calhoun County, Meem's Heart, and his Hands and Feet Ministries, along with the United Way of East Central Alabama.
An unwelcome visitor made an appearance in one of Jacksonville's neighborhoods today. A coyote walked through the yard of an EAN News team member shortly after 1 p.m. The animal was captured on this cell phone video. The Louise Drive neighborhood where the animal was spotted backs up to a firing range and an off-road vehicle park near the Choccolocco Wildlife Management Area. While coyote sightings are rare, spotting the animal in the daytime does not necessarily indicate that they have been infected with rabies, according to Wildlife Removal USA, a website dedicated to removing unwanted wildlife. That's because the animal is known to hunt for prey at night and in the daytime. However, if the animal appears disoriented or confused, or it is foaming at the mouth, it should be considered rabid, the website states. At that point, an animal control professional should be called to the scene to remove the animal. The EAN team members' attempt to reach Jacksonville Animal Control was not immediately successful. Well, Mike, Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you. Did you have a good one?
We had a great one. How about you guys?
Oh, couldn't complain. Christmas, New Year's, wonderful time. Everything was fine. And I didn't miss the snow, which some people had talked about.
Well, that's true, and we're in that time of year. Now, I don't think any of us in the South expect a white Christmas for the most part, but once we get to January, really through February, we do kind of wonder about snow.
And hey, we can get it in March, we can get it in April.
That's exactly right.
But I think I know somebody who might have some idea about when we might be getting it, if we are going to have it. Jordan Smith is standing by today in the EAN Weather Center. Jordan, what's the weather going to be like?
Well, Mike and Katie, there may be a mention of the S word coming up in just a few moments. We'll talk about that and give you the complete 7-day forecast coming up.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Overall, today was a nice day. High of 52 degrees, average of 54, so just under average. Sunrise at 6:47 this morning. As for the low, when you woke up this morning, 27 degrees, still below average at 35. High, record low of 5 degrees, record high of 77. As we go to weather on your street tonight, partly cloudy, low of 27 degrees again on Amy Lane in Heflin. As we look into tomorrow, gonna be a little bit colder than it was yesterday. Cloudy, high of 45 degrees in Pelham Road in Jacksonville, right there on the campus of Jacksonville State University as the students come back into classes this week, getting ready for next week for actual classes to start, getting moved into their dorms. So it's going to be a little bit chillier as we look into tomorrow. As we look at the 7-day forecast, 50% chance of rain, but hold on, that right there also is snow, mainly in the afternoon. High of 47, 45 in the area. Some may see up to maybe 50 if you get lucky, but for the most part, it's going to be the upper 40s. As we roll into Thursday and Friday, look at this, clear skies, no chance of rain or thunderstorms. and it's going to pick up the highs just a little bit as we roll into your weekend, though, into Saturday. Some showers, isolated thunderstorms possible, high of 52. 70% chance of rain. Mainly that's going to be in the morning more than the afternoon, so you should be good for Saturday afternoon if you need to do some yard work. Anything like that, you should be fine. As we roll into Sunday, a little bit cooler for your lows, and then as we get into the first of next week, it will be looking like some rain and maybe some thunderstorms at the first of next week. Well, that's all we have for weather tonight. It's time to turn it over to Namath Pitts now in sports, where he gives you some local updates in basketball.
Thanks, Jordan. It's a great day to talk more basketball in East Alabama. It's officially 2024, and we're bringing in the new year with some great matchups. Let's go ahead and take a brief view at all of the matchups for today, and let's start with boys and girls action, which is taking place tonight out at Alexandria. The Alexandria Valley Cubs are hosting Cherokee County, the Warriors, up from Center, Alabama. Again, this is going to be boys and girls action at Alexandria's Coach Ginn, and the Valley Cubs welcome the Warriors of Cherokee County. Also tonight, this is just boys action. It's the Anniston Bulldogs who are going to go right up the mountain, not too far, where they're going to face the Falcons of Donahoe. We've got some non-area basketball here, Class 1A against Class 4A, one of the better teams in Class 4A, and the Anniston Bulldogs who make the trip up the mountain tonight to face Donahoe. That's just boys. This is just girls. It's Faith Christian girls, and they're going to be on the road facing Wadley. This is a Class 1A game, so this is a area game, if I'm not mistaken, right here. So Faith Christian girls, right out of Christmas break, right out of the new year, coming straight back into some area basketball up at Wadley as the Faith Christian girls travel on the road to Wadley. Also tonight, Coach Bo Wynn and the Weaver Bearcats, they hit the road, and they're going to go on the road to face Coach Bowman and the Spring Garden Panthers. The Weaver Bearcats, fresh off finishing second in the Heflin Hoops Classic, is going to go on the road to Spring Garden to face the Panthers. Again, great non-area game, Class 1A versus Class 3A. It's Weaver and Spring Garden out at Spring Garden. The last one is the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Coach Van Meter's team, Jalen Alexander, the sophomore, fresh off 1,000 points. They hit the road tonight. They're going down to Birmingham where they face the Rebels of Vestavia Hills. The Oxford Yellow Jackets are on the road today facing the Vestavia Hills Rebels. Wrestling season continues. We've got the Calhoun County Wrestling Tournament tomorrow, but today, right now, as we're talking, is a big duel. Let's go ahead and take a look at the regional duel that's taking place out at Piedmont. Coach Alston Bragg and the Piedmont Bulldogs are the host school for the region right here locally in Class 3A. The Piedmont Bulldogs, Ohatchee Indians, Pleasant Valley Raiders, Weaver Bearcats, and White Plains Wildcats are all meeting today. They're still wrestling right now at Piedmont in the region duels. Again, Coach Bragg's team's got some talented guys. Miles Bailey, they've got Isaac Bailey as well. You look at Ohatchee, they've got Briley Carter, Jackson Tuolasanga. Pleasant Valley's got Barron House, Connor Crump. Weaver's got Kel Fulmer. They've got Brennan Jolliffe. A lot of talented guys. Dalton Fink, and for White Plains, you've got Mason Hom and Tanner Gerald. Talented guys all wrestling at Piedmont today in the Class 3A region duels. All right, that's it for EA Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thank you for that update, Namath, and thank you for watching us today.
You can find us here online every weekday on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and on our website, eastalabamanow.com. Just go to our video feed. You can watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Wednesday for your news on your schedule.